Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Ozchris, here with reviews on The Amazing Spider-Man number 22 and The Superior Spider-Man number 6. So starting off with ASM, Hunted Part 6, the saga concludes. So this is the end to the story of Hunted, although I think 23 is going to be like a epilogue or an aftermath. Despite the fact that this is listed as an aftermath and solicits for some reason, I don't know. Someone messed up there, I guess. But for all intents purpose, whatever, this is the end of Hunted. So written by Nick Spencer, art by Humberto Ramos, the coloring by Edgar Delgado and Eric Arciniega, and the cover by Ramos and Delgado. So Spider-Man has one final confrontation against Kraven. Kraven has been testing him, and the test and the lesson that Kraven wants Spidey to learn is that there's nothing wrong with killing people, or nothing wrong with creating a situation where people die. So the ends justify the means, pretty much. So that whole getting Spider-Man to release the restraints off of the lizard was a test. Kraven saw that as a test because Spider-Man knows there's a great risk of taking that restraint off of the lizard. He could go out of control and kill people, but he needed to save Black Cat and Billy, and it was the only way he could do it, so he took the risks. And as soon as Lizard escaped, killed a few guards, and ran off to find Black Cat and Billy. So that's what Kraven wants to teach Spider-Man. It's there's nothing wrong with people being killed if the end result is that people are being saved in the end. So all of this to try and get Spider-Man to kill him, because Kraven has Arcade tell him that if Spider-Man kills Kraven, Arcade will shut down the Hunter bots, free the tourists, deactivate the force field, and send drones to save Billy and Black Cat, as long as Kraven dies. So him and Spider-Man get into one last punch-up. Spider-Man wins. He almost gives in to those urges to kill Kraven, but he instead forces him to watch as the lizard saves Billy and Black Cat, and tells him that, you don't have to, as he says, we weren't meant to just chase and devour each other, constantly looking over our shoulders or searching out some new victim. We're here to help one another, care for one another, lift each other up. We give ourselves to other people no matter what it costs us. Believing that doesn't make us naive or weaker than you. What makes us stronger. Do you see now, you murderous lunatic? And Kraven finally realizes this as well, and ends the hunt. Hunted is now over. Everyone's free. Vulture thinks he won. Of course he did. Lying through his teeth. Oh, yes, we did it. I saved all of you as usual. I will take credit for everything. And Spider-Man heads off to meet up with Billy and Black Cat. And Kraven, what's going to happen to Kraven? Kraven meets his end. I'm not going to tell you how, though. He meets his end, or does he? You'll have to find out what happens to Kraven by picking up the issue yourself, or I'll probably spoil it when I review issue number 23. So story, 4 out of 5. I really liked this conclusion with Hunted. I didn't really expect how Spider-Man and Kraven's fight will end. I was all aboard assuming that Spider-Man would give in and kill Kraven. Kraven finally gets what he wanted, which is to be killed by Spider-Man. It's the only main way for him to die, is to be killed by Spider-Man. So really liked it. Good, nice end to this story. Everything's kind of wrapped up, except for one thing, but I think that's for the aftermath anyway. The art by Ramos and Arciniega 3.5 out of 5. There's a few Ramos tropes. Not weird faces, but just weird body proportions and all that. But overall, the art and coloring on it was really good. The cover by Ramos and Delgado, 4 out of 5. I like the cover. Really good cover. Good art and good coloring on it. So that was Hunted. Pretty much the end of Hunt. I think I enjoyed it. I think it was a good story, finally wrapping up all that stuff that Spencer has been leading up to with Kraven and what Black Ant and Taskmaster have been doing as well. So it was a good end, in my opinion. So onto The Superior Spider-Man, A Tale of Two Doctors, written by Christos Gage, art by Mark Hawthorne, coloring by Jordi Belair, the cover by Travis Charest. So, Master Pandemonium has released all these demons into the city. He's having them possess people and has created a giant pandemonium body made out of all these demon-possessed people, which proves to be a problem for Otto and Strange. They can't attack it because there's the chance that they could accidentally kill someone there, kill any of the people that make up their body. So what they're going to have to do is switch gear so that Strange can perform a very precise brain surgery on the giant pandemonium to find the real Master Pandemonium inside. So Strange gets Otto's the spider legs, those 4 spider legs, and Otto is given his cape so that he could still fly around, maneuver around to distract the giant Master Pandemonium while Strange finds the real one inside. They succeed as they succeed pretty much, over and done with, and at the end, Otto asks Steven, can you erase everyone's memories of me, of Otto Octavius? But Strange says no, because, and I agree with Strange with this decision. He's like, you want to prove that you're saving people now, that you're an actual hero. How can you be held accountable and be honest if nobody knows that you're Otto Octavius? How can you prove that Otto Octavius is no longer that evil Dr. Octopus, that the evil Spider-Man villain, that he's actually really now a superhero, and not only does he mean it, he's actually showing it. So, Otto, despite the fact that he couldn't take the easy way out, he realizes that, he shouldn't take the easy way out. He has to live with these choices. He keeps saying he can be a superhero, but he really needs to prove it. And that's been the overarching theme of this new Superior Spider-Man series, that he's actually showing that he is capable of doing that he can be a superhero. And we get a resolution with Emma. She's okay with it. She's accepting that Otto is a changed man, and we'll leave it there. So story, 4 out of 5. Really liked it. Good end to the whole mini pasta. Always called him Pastamonium. Master Pandemonium. That mini story arc, over and done with. Nicely done. I totally expected that, given that Doctor Strange was in this, Otto was going to have him trying to erase everyone, or at least Emma's memories of him. I'm glad that Strange didn't accept that. And in fact, he just teaches him a lesson. Just, if you want to be a superhero, don't erase your actual original identity. You got to prove that you've moved on from that. You prove nothing if everyone's just going to forget Otto Octavius. So that's good. Otto is still progressing and developing as a character, which this entire new series has been all about, and it's done very well by Christos Gage. The art by Hawthorne and the coloring by Belair, 3.5 out of 5. I like the art and coloring, especially mainly with the fight against Master Pandemonium, which is about 2/3 of this book. I think it was good. It was good art and coloring, and the cover by Travis Charest. 3.5 out of 5. Good cover, like the art, and I like the coloring on it. Yeah, good cover overall, and a good issue of Superior Spider-Man overall. So that is it for those two. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.